graffiti is about letters and words and a personal sense of identity. Street art is anything you want to do that is in the public space that is art. There are no boundaries to street art, whereas graffiti is about the letters and the words. It's about the personal identity. So they are two completely different things, like apples and oranges.
I'm Senior Shlu. I am one of the artists here in the house. Street art is a lot of things, but it's not graffiti. It's made with different materials or on a special way with graffiti cans. But you can't say this is street art, this is not. It's always hard. Sometimes it's advertisement in the style of street art.
Most important, the difference between graffiti and street art. I can say the most important thing people need to know about what's the difference between graffiti and street art. Graffiti is really about letters. It's really about typography. It's how you make letters look like a beautiful piece of artwork. And street art is everything else and anything else. I think graffiti is more defined of what it actually is versus street art. Doesn't really have a definition because, like I said, anything can be street art. A statue can be a form of street art. A paste up, a sticker, a stencil. It has so many different forms. The most important thing is remembering what graffiti is about. It's letting people know you're alive. It's a form of communication.
I mean, anything that's like
on the street, like
yeah.
Genuinely, I think it can be anything as long as it's outside of the street.
like on like a bridge or like like on a building or like even like on the pavement. Like.
Graffiti will be the most correct definition for street art. Like free people painting everything.
What do you define as street art? Art that you find in the street. You can find on the street. It's very simple. Outside, that everybody can see it. You don't have to pay to see it. It's just for everybody.
When you have all these kids coming from the ghetto, coming from the hoods, you know, we're forgotten. You know, no one thinks about us until something bad happens, and then all of a sudden they want to think about us. But graffiti, though, is like saying, we're here. Don't forget about us. We are alive. We are artists. We are human. You know, don't forget about us. You know, and I think that's the biggest statement you can ever make with graffiti is like saying, I'm here. This is literally a form of communication saying this person was alive during this moment of time. It's a mark. It's a form of communication.
No, by its definition it's not, but that doesn't devalue the art, and it doesn't mean that they're less allowed to be able to sell their art than anybody else. Instead, what you've got is galleries that are showing art by people who are street artists. As soon as you bring the art into the gallery, it's just art. It's no longer street art anymore. But that doesn't take away any of its power, and I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing for these artists to sell their work.
You never may pick up it in the streets. If it's in the streets, it should stay in the streets. And I don't like it if somebody takes something like this, for example, and put it in a gallery. So it should be made for gallery or made for street, and it should stay in the gallery or in the street. That's not mixed.
I don't like to see any art that is supposed to be on the street, whether it's graffiti or street art. I don't want to, me personally, I don't think my opinion is right or wrong, but my opinion, I do not like seeing it in galleries. It's street art. It has its power in the street. It has its meanings in the street. I think once you put it in the gallery and put it around a bunch of walls, it has lost its form of what it is.
I mean, if it's art that's been taken from the streets and placed in the gallery, just like, you know, like an artifact taken from Egypt and placed in a museum, I think it's exactly the same thing. It's just being showcased in a different sort of environment. But I think street art is made street art when it's on the street.
Yeah, I agree. It's not very broad now, but like, I guess, yeah, like something
You don't think it's street
I
art?
don't think. I think like if it's not on the street,
Yeah.
like it could be like art inspired from street art that's like in an exhibition or like in the style of maybe, but I guess if it's not like exterior,
Yeah.
then maybe it's not.
Maybe. I mean, like if they picked up a wall, like a
If
pull-up
if they like trimmed the wall
Yeah.
and brought the wall
inside, then I think it's street
then
art.
yeah.
But
But
if it's just like an adaptation, then no.
if it was like if you had like the same piece of art here and out there, and like you were seeing
Yeah.
the one out there
Is street, yeah.
the one in here would be another
Oh,
like
yeah.
art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And more than anything, I don't like seeing graffiti on canvases. Graffiti is meant to be large. When you see these huge masterpieces that we have out here, these big productions, it only looks glorious when it's huge. It has its real impact, it has its power. You can see so much more detail into it. When it's on a canvas, it's like, I don't know, man. It's like taking a shark and putting it on land. A shark looks way more graceful when it's in the water. And when it's on land, it's choking, it's dying. And that's why I feel about putting street art in a gallery. Gallery belong, you know, go put your Picasso in a gallery. Put your fine art in a gallery if you want. That's totally fine. Leave the streets to the streets. And if you don't like it, stay the fuck out of the streets.